All right, everybody, welcome in to the broadcast. My name is Brandy G, and we are live on twitch.tv/UNA_esports. Going to be a solo show tonight. I'm a little up close and personal. Welcome in to the stream. This is a Scrimmage versus Hendrix College. Really excited to set this up with those guys. We'll be live every day but Thursday this week, obviously, and not the weekend. But we'll be live every day but Thursday. Going up against Hendrix in their mini games. Tonight's a Valorant, tomorrow will be Rivals, and then we'll have our SSBU team either on Shoal Smash series or UNA Esports 2, just depending. I'm going to talk with some of my folks. And then on Wednesday, we'll have a best of 7 in Rocket League, and then on Friday, we'll have Overwatch 2. But welcome into the broadcast. We'll get started here in a minute. But before we get started, we sat down with Stan the Carman, one of the team captains, one of the Halo national champions, one of the divisional Valorant champions, to see what he had to say. Well, let's find out. So here we are sitting down with the GOAT, Stan the Carman, Valorant, Rainbow Six Siege, Halo National Championship winning player, about tonight's match against Hendrix College, or Scrimmage, I should call it. Stan, how you feeling about tonight?
I feel good. New team, new faces. Me and YTK Michael, the only ones returning. Interested to see what the fellas have in store on our team. I don't know anything about Hendrix personally. Don't know how good or bad they could be or anything about their team, but excited to get into another match setting with our new 3 players. 3 of them have never played in a team setting before. One of them, of the 3, is the only one that's played ranked before. So it's going to be a interesting season. I have really high expectations. We had a scrim that went really well against some high-ranked players. It was arguably one of the best first scrims I've ever had with a new team in my entire time competing. So I'm very hopeful for this season, honestly.
So can you talk about a little bit about last season, about how it ended and how you're entering into your final season here at UNA, and what lessons you've learned here from UNA, and what honestly you're looking to do from last semester's results?
Oh, man. Last semester, we had a lot of ups and downs on the Val team specifically. And I don't personally feel like I played very well in our last match of the season. Unfortunately, me and Leon both struggled a lot that series. We put a lot of blame on ourselves, and I get it's a team game, but at the end of the day, I have taken that chip on my shoulder going into the summer. I've played a lot of Valorant. I've been working on a lot of things, especially my consistency going into this next season. I want to make sure that I give my 100% every single game, and I don't want to let anyone down. And, I don't ever want to get to the end of a game and feel like I could have done something better. I want to make sure I finish every game knowing I did the best I could. And for my last year, I've learned so much throughout my time here at UNA. It's been very bittersweet. I guess I really learned how to be a leader and woke that side of me that I never really thought existed. I came here to play Call of Duty for fun, had no intentions of leading a team, playing Valorant, or being on any sort of council or management within anything, honestly. I just wanted to shoot my gun and win. But I helped find all of this has helped find my passion in life and helped put me on the path for success. And honestly, these last 2 semesters, I have one thing that I want to do, and it's win more championships. I want to win all 3 for the 3 teams I'm on this semester, and however many teams I'm on next semester, I want to win every single season I play on then as well. I want to go out, I want to win as much as I can, and let everybody know that, hey, UNA Esports can compete. We're dogs out here.
Or lions, as I like to say.
Yeah. We're lions.
So, last 2 questions. Talk about the support staff. You've got Ezra Leachman, you've got Cam Pitbull, and you've got, the coaching sisters of Vicky Ham and Icy Rain. Talk to us about what they have done this offseason and how you think they're going to support this team this fall.
The support's been really good so far, honestly. Ezra has workshopped ideas and talked to me throughout the whole entire offseason. Kind of getting closer to the season start, closer to the semester starts when we started asking for a little bit more help. I reached out to Icy Rain and Vicky Ham to get them on board to possibly help with either VOD or taking notes while we're in scrims, helping us in between maps and stuff like that. I know Ezra reached out to Cam, I believe, and kind of pretty much the same thing. Like, all four of them are just trying to steer us on the right direction. They're trying to help us be the best that we can possibly be. And, you know, I appreciate all of their help so much. Any bit of analytic help or VOD review, VOD recording, or just helping someone realize, hey, you're not doing this right. Think about doing it this way is like, it's so beneficial to us as players because it's so hard to notice the things we do personally and notice the things your teammates do. And if you do notice what your teammates do, there's a lot of frustration. There's animosity that builds between teammates. And like, if you're the teammate constantly calling out people, they're going to start to resent you. They're not going to respect you, and it could create issues. I don't think any of those issues would arise, but it's definitely easier to have a coach, someone on the outside perspective, hounding you because they see what you can't see. And especially for newer players, I feel like it's going to be a lot of, without coaches, it would be a lot of just me hounding everyone to do this, do that. You're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong. And also as taking on a new IGL role, oh man, it would be really bad if my teammates had any sort of resentment or animosity towards me and didn't want to listen to me, because then everything would be in shambles.
Well, last question for you, and I'll let you go get ready for this match tonight. What can the fans expect from you and the team this year?
Passion. I have a fire lit under me that I don't feel like I've ever had in my entire life. I feel more motivated and dedicated to succeed, to do whatever I put my mind to. And I'm very focused on this season. So far, everybody's on the same idea, the same wavelength with we all want to win. There's really no egos on this team. Everybody wants everybody to succeed. And I'm very hopeful for this season. I think you guys are going to see some transition period early on in the season as we figure out who's playing what, who's doing what, and what works best for our team and our new players and their personalities. But overall, I think fans can expect to see UNA's Valorant team in the NECC playoffs. We've not missed since I've been on this team, and I don't plan on doing it this semester. So I can confidently say that we will see you guys in the playoffs later this year.
Well, that was Colton Stan, the Carman 84 Smith. Thank you so much for your time, and Nora Lions.
Nora Lions.
Well, we are getting straight into the action. We've got UNA Esports on the left. We've got Hendrix College on the right. They didn't even give me time for the team previews. The teams were ready to go. They were waiting on the broadcast, and I told them just to go ahead and go. But we do thank Hendrix for their willingness to let us stream this match for you all tonight. Let me tab in real quick because we got a solo show going on tonight. We have not had our broadcast meeting for our UNA Esports broadcast team. So I'm solo casting tonight. I am pretty much solo everything. Solo running the overlays, solo running, just about anything you can do. So our bit rate is incredibly too high. So I'm going to turn that down a little bit. But yeah, we're getting into it. I'll pull up my notes here in just a second. But thank you all again for tuning in. Thank you all to our wonderful sponsors as well. And we are about to get ready to roll here. Kill this. There we go. Also, let me adjust this overlay. It needs to be a little smaller. I am so sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. So we'll just put it right here. Bang, bang. We were not prepared for this. We were not prepared for this in the UNA household, but that's okay. we're tabbed back in. This will be a full round scrim. Hold on. So this is going to be a full round scrim. So we're going to see all 24 rounds played, and Bit Pumpkin with an immediate pick on the YTK. Got some action over on the A site as Hendrix looks to push in off of that early pick towards YTK. The flash from Hendrix, and Stan the Carman unfortunately goes down. The flank from Snow, he gets one, Link gets another, and UNA Esports has evened up this ballgame. Link is trying to get out with their life as Hendrix is taking B site and planting. The Link gets a kill. Has to escape with their life, and Snow takes it. It's a 1v3 scenario, and the UNA Lions win the first ever round of the 2025-2026 season. Except, that's what I would say. But this is a scrimmage, so not exactly the first round of the 2025-2026 season. However, it's a really good start here on the broadcast. Like I said, sorry if I'm slow. I haven't done this in 4 months. The last time you guys saw me do this was in May when we were covering the Bob Jones High School Rocket League run. But now I am solo back in the booth and will be the voice of the UNA Esports program for the foreseeable future here in the 2025-2026 season. Hendrix sprints onto A. Stan gets one, but gets traded out by the shorty. Snow gets a good pick. Snow's going off this map. One of the new faces for the Lions as Link approaches with the better weaponry, trying to get some picks. The alarm bot goes off. Gets one. Doesn't get out with their life, though. But it's a 3v2 advantage for the Lions. Snow, what can you do? Bang, bang! Snow, can we see another? Bang, bang! A three-piece for Snow! An early contender for player of the match already. We're 2 rounds in, but you know how it goes. Snow, if you don't know, is also the UNA Esports treasurer for this year. He has played on the Siege team for a year. Just actually got put into the treasurer position in the summer after we had a council member step down due to personal reasons. But Snow off to a 5-0 perfect start so far. We're going to keep the camera on him as he's providing great support. He's going to stick with the Sheriff. He's that confident. Not a whole lot of action so far as Hendrix taking it slow. Link. Stays back. And now the rush begins for Hendrix. It's Link versus 3. Link versus 4. Gotta get one. With the pistol. The classic even. No, that wasn't the classic, that was the ghost. Stan the Carman getting another. Adding to his tally. Now picking up some better weaponry. Snow, my man, getting a 2-piece. I missed it. L Spectator as Stan the Carman gets traded back out. YTK gets one. It's a 3v1. Snow doesn't get it, but Rose finishes it off. I'm not sure who Rose is. I think that will be Sack Lace on the Siege team. I'm not sure. We had a emergency substitution due to one of our players not being able to play in tonight's scrimmage. Oh, hello. We're cheating. But that's the nature of a scrimmage. At least that was after the map and not. I think Rose is trying to type out. My bad. Didn't mean to do that. Snow finally earns his first death 3 rounds in. But that ultimate ready. And that's Coach Ezzy telling off one of the players for having ghost bid binding, and that's what Rose is doing actually, unbinding. So Hendrix is going to try for B, but they've got Stan the car man waiting. Oh, you heard it. Stan right behind. Don't check your corners, and Stan the car man's going to make you pay. As Snow goes down. So it's a even trade, and Link's going to get one. Link sees one. Stan gets another. Stan gets 3. Uh-oh, it took a minute, but Stan's heating up. Rose gets the finishing blow, and it's a quick start for the Lions. Did not expect this after replacing 3/5 of the team from last year. Part of the team last year is on the coaching staff with the Vicky Ham Bulldog from hell, as she was last year in the playoffs. Timeout active for Hendrix College, and that gives me a good chance to thank our sponsors real quick. Thank you to all of our sponsors for making this possible. We've got For the Win Game Store, we've got CIS Home Loans, we've got the Department of Kinesiology, we've got Mythic Counseling, that's a new one this year, and many more. And we're super excited to have them on as our partners this year and work with them. Also got Otter's Pools. I came unprepared for this broadcast. Just to admit, super sorry about that. I came super duper unprepared. I was doing as much stuff as I could, but I had to go set up for the UNA Athletics Lost Pizza Night, and I had to, after setting up for that and making sure that was going straight, ran over here to the facility and got to work on the Valorant stuff. So. But luckily this week is just scrimmage week, and this gives us a good opportunity to try out some new stuff, some new overlays. I hope you like all of our new overlays because we put a lot of work into them. And hopefully you'll get to enjoy my voice, my lovely voice, and hopefully we'll have some observers as the year goes on. But I'll slowly get better at observing and casting. Snow's going to get all 5 with that knife, and so now they all know it's a C rush. UNA is on their horse, trying to get over to this B and C side, knowing that no one's over at A. Snow waiting for this engage. Gets one, but gets traded out. Bit Pumpkin with the 2-piece. Stands in the shadows. They don't know he's here. Stan takes on the bomb, but Facade gets him. And now it's Rose and YTK versus the world. Now Rose, or Sacklace versus the world. Gets flashed. And looking like that timeout buff for Hendrix is going to do them well, unless we see an absolute clutch from Sacklace. It's 2, but dog's coming, and it was not enough as so much utility, so much, and Bip Pumpkin gets a 4-piece as Hendrix gets on the board for this ball game. Still Snow and Stan the Carman at the top of the leaderboard for the Lions. And Bit Pumpkin at the top for Hendrix. Like I said, I appreciate everyone coming out to support us tonight. This will be a best of 3, so I think they might go all 3 maps. I'm not sure. At this rate, the Lions are in the lead, though. Bro tries to get the engagement. YTK on the op. Man, we've missed you, Michael. Almost gets another. Gonna peek out. Bam! Gets a 2-piece. Rose gets a 3rd. And the Lions are dominating on this A-long hold. They've got one to the left and one to the right. Snow from the flank. And it's just a 1v5. Michael doesn't know where they are. And Stan the Carman's gonna peek out right here. And YTK gets a 3-piece, a flawless for the Lions. And timeout buff no more. The Lions take the momentum back into their side. Stan, hey, you heard the man in the pregame. Stan said that expect to see some winning. Expect to see some passion. And the Lions have surely come out with the passion today. We've got some shooters on our team. So instead of Rose or Sacklace, you're going to see Dexter most nights. Dexter has been on the Overwatch team for a long time. This is his 3rd year, I think. Man, to say Dexter Mason Barnes has been on the team for that long is just wild to me. It's Link trying to get out, can't use the primary, and kind of gets rolled. Sack Lace as YTK gets another. Sack Lace gonna go 1. YTK gets a 2nd, and the Lions are gonna swing a 2v1 scenario. Meso Soup gonna reload. Got away with their life there. And flash for flash. And Mayo Soup had enough in the tank. Snow not as surgical. And that was a messy 2v1, messy play from the Lions, and Hendrix takes the advantage. YTK gets an instant pick. As I'm over here trying to read my DMs between the coaches, just trying to make sure everything's okay. We're still locked and loaded, and we are. It's cool because Stan the Carman gets another man. Link's trying for this flank, and I don't think they're ready for it. But let's see how Stan does on the A bomb site. Pretty much alone. And that smoke going down at a terrible time for Stan. Now Snow gonna do the same thing. Text 2. Peeks out for 1. There's another's there. Doesn't quite get it. And Sack Lace on the other side of things. Sweeping everything under the rug. And the Lions will take a 6-2 advantage here in map 1 of this best of 3 scrimmage versus Hendrix College. I really should have prepped some water for this. Hey! You're gonna see it. Real wholesome to see in our Discord, that whole Valorant. The whole Valorant purple chat lit up with the coaches. Coaches all muted, and the players doing their thing. As Hendrix is going to try again for the A site. And I don't think they're ready for more YTK Michael. As they'll smoke him out. Now that just leaves Sack Lace or Rose in game name. Hendrix is pushing through that smoke slowly. Michael's there. Misses on the op shot, but they know he's there now. Tries to hit him with the paranoia. And Rose gets one as YTK is trying to make it out with the life. Stan hears them right outside of A Link there. Gonna do paranoia and barely escapes with their life is Facade. Stan the Carman's got to get out. Snow cleans up. But Facade's still down there. And any piece of utility will light him up. Mayo Soup and Facade on low health. And Facade goes down to Link. Gets another kill. And the Lions go up 7-2 in this ballgame. Currently 8:20 p.m. on the... in the Shoals, 8:21, I'm sorry. In Florence, Alabama, here at the lovely Connie D. McKinney Center. Now, I know it's nice to see us in the Discord chats and everything, but what's really cool is I am on our broadcast side of the facility, and our players are on our practice room side of the facility. So they're getting all this good practice over in their dedicated practice rooms, which we are very happy to have. And thank you to Colton, to Mr. Allen, to Mr. Linder, to Jaden Thimble Garner, Zane, Tiger, Mooney, all of those have made this possible. YTK gets one, and Facade's not ready for Colton. As Stan the Carman gets two, and there's one below him. Does he know it? I think he does. He's going to reach around. Oh, he doesn't know he's there. And Bip Pumpkin goes down to the gun of Stan the Carman. That's a three-piece. And I think they're just going to hold the defuse. As Vinny is just going to sprint away for Hendrix College. So far, a good start for the Lions, up 8-2. Really good job by the players and the coaching staff to prepare for tonight's match, or for tonight's scrimmage. But it's all in good fun. I think everybody's having a great time. No BMs so far. Hope we keep it that way. As they're going to try to hit Michael again. That flash doesn't go anywhere. Whoa! Good shot, Michael, through the smoke. They keep testing this operator. I'm sorry, the op. At this A long, and they just keep getting bit. Snow with the good flank. Gonna get one off guard. Wins the gunfight. Two more there. Now it's all up to Link. Link's gonna peek around. Sees one. Gets dropped. Stan's gonna try his luck. Trying to draw attention for Snow to get the crossfire. And gets both! Stan the Carman! Hitting his form from last season like he never left. Stan the Carman. As you heard him earlier in the pre-game interview, he's just, honestly, right now, the GOAT of UNA Esports in terms of results, strictly. I'd say he's probably the greatest player we've ever had in terms of multi-esports. He's played a little on the Rocket League team. He's played on the R6 team this year. He's obviously been a 3-year player of Valorant and a 3-year player of Call of Duty. He was a Halo Divisional II National Championship last year. And he led this team 2 years ago in Valorant to a Divisional Championship in NECC. This guy, all he does is win. He served as president last year. But YTK gets another. He's kind of deadly on that op. But now they're going to attack Link on this C bomb site. Link's got to be real careful. Sees the smoke go over, and they don't know Link's below. They know Snow was there. And now Mayo Soup gets Link and an advantage for Hendrix. A 4v2. What will the Lions do? Up 9-2. Ball spike is planted. Stan the Carman gets one. And YTK goes down. Now it's going to be nigh impossible for Stan the Carman. As Facade cleans him up. And honestly, we could have been looking at a Stan the Carman 4-piece right there. I know he's probably going to be frustrated with himself. But hey, can't win them all. So good half there from the Lions on the defensive side. Now again, we're going to play all rounds today, so no matter what the score is, we're going to just keep growing. So 9-3 first half. There's a thing in Valorant called the 9-3 curse. That we're not going to get into tonight, but hopefully we won't have any problems with that next week. As I think next week starts our preseason matches in the NECC. Not super sure. I don't know what's going on in chat. As Snow accidentally set Ghost on. I mean, obviously you can tell it's their first or second time scrimming, as this is the second ever scrim for this team. Stan and YTK being the only veterans left on this roster, this historic Valorant esports roster for the Lions. They're approaching B. Good utility usage from Stan and YTK. As Bit Pumpkin gets one. But Stan's going to hop in his own smoke. Snow trades out another. And it's a 2v4 advantage in the pistol round for the Lions. As my wonderful wife is calling me mid-broadcast. She's lovely. Snow finishes off, and it's a 10-3 lead for the Lions. Not much to say here, except a great showing from the Lions so far. YTK getting an early pick. You know, I'm interested to see after this game what the statistics look like for first bloods. Because it seems like YTK is getting those first bloods. Facade picks off Sacklace over on the A site. And I think Hendrix fell for it. They fell for the fake pressure on A. And now all of the Lions are on C and ready up for this post plant. As I'll say it, I'll talk some more about Stan the Carman as he's transitioning into the IGL role for the first time ever in his whole career. He told me a little bit before the game. He's like, I understand how one of our former players, his name is SPH or Leon, I understand how he felt now because he says he has the utmost respect for Leon. As the spike defusal was denied, and the UNA Esports program will win this round. Stan, unfortunately, dying to the spike. But really good spike denial, spike defusal denial from the UNA Lions. They had a good post-plant setup, and nothing much that the Hendrix College program could do. I do want to shout out my wife. She did call me, but I want to shout her out because she's been doing some extra special stuff. She's been taking her certified fraud exams, and she's been doing really well. She just took her second portion of it tonight. I think she was calling me to tell me how it went. From the text messages, it went good, but early 2 picks from Hendrix leaves UNA in a 3v5 disadvantage. Snow gets 1, gets 2. And those sheriffs are deadly from the Lions. It's a 1v2. As YTK's got to get around this corner before he gets lit up, and he does. So now it spikes in the mid section. YTK's got 42 seconds on the clock. 1v2, low health. Looking real impossible for the Lions duelist. But he's going to slowly sneak his way around.
30 seconds left.
And pick up the spike. He's going to have Mayo Soup right here around the corner. And honestly, had the peeker's advantage, but crosshair placement wasn't good enough as Hendrix gets their 4th round on the board in this scrimmage week. Just in case you did miss it, we are in a scrimmage week versus Hendrix College the entire week of this entire last week of August. YTK gets another as I am chatting about it. Bit Pumpkin slowly coming up. Gets two. Trades. Rose is still standing there. Gets another. Bit Pumpkin taking this fight in a long and winning every single battle. Lynx trying to win the sheriff fight. Then the car man doesn't get any. Or he gets one. Doesn't get what he needs though. And that's the 5th round on the board for Hendrix. Yeah, like I was saying, this week is scrimmage week against Hendrix College. We'll be playing him in Valorant today as a timeout. Hey, thank you. It's almost like he heard me. He heard me and wanted me to finish my point. But Valorant today, we've got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with the potential to be #1 in the state, Mirage. The Alabama rankings aren't out yet, but we think he's got a good shot this year, or this ranking. That'll be on all of our channels tomorrow night, as well as Marvel Rivals, our first ever Marvel Rivals team. Don't want to miss their debut tomorrow. And then we've got Rocket League on Thursday. You got the golden duo, as I like to call it, of the Satetsu Centrex combo. But we've also got a returning face in CTWM, or Wolf, from the original Rocket League teams back in the day as a substitute. And then we've got Jordy, who came straight from the main event from, I think, Lee High School. So wonderful blend of main event or ex-main event attendees and founders of the UNA esports program. As CT was here when it started, had to take away as our players are ghosting for no reason. YTK gets taken out. Snow. Gets a kill, and now Rose gets another. Actually, that was the Phoenix ult. I got baited by the kill feed. UNA's choosing to save their economy here. Not sure what they're trying to do. Picking up a gun. But to finish my train of thought. Then we got Overwatch 2 on Friday. Snow does not know. There's going to be a guy around that corner. Got to check your corner, Snow. And Sack Lace will be the final hope for the Lions in this round 17 action. And Hendrix got 6 on the board. And if you'll excuse me for a second, I have got to answer this phone call, and we will be right back to our regular scheduled program. Sorry, that was broadcast extraordinaire Grant Wakefield letting me know that my backpack is in our facility. As Bit Pumpkin has turned alive in the second half, and Hendrix is making some noise. Not before Sack Lace has anything to do with it. Bit Pumpkin going for the ace here. Let's see what Link has to say. Here we go. And Bit Pumpkin with the ace. Well done. From Hendrix is, hey, now they've clawed their way back from a 9-3. Like I said, there's a whole 9-3 thing in Valorant. A 9-3 curse. They've climbed their way back from 9-3 to 11-7, so. UNA in this scrim. Trying to push their luck a little bit. Economy kind of in the gutter. Stan the Carman getting one. And he got another. YTK with a big ult. YTK is going off with that ultimate. With the knives. As Link picks up the trailer and it's a 1v5. As the Phoenix ult pops. Oh, and now YTK is going to try to cut him off. Doesn't know he's there. YTK going for another. But let's see what Snow has to say about it. And Bit Pumpkin. Don't let him counter ace, guys. Gets two. Send the Carman popping out. YTK holding strong. Bit Pumpkin getting three. Surely he doesn't get the counter ace. He gets four. Now it's Sack Lace versus Bit Pumpkin. He's going to hold the stick and doesn't get it. 2 seconds left on that defuse. And the Lions come away with a clutch. Almost counter ace from Hendrix. As one more round and the Lions will officially win this map of the scrimmage. We've still got a couple more rounds to go, though. We've got 5 more left, so we'll play them out. We'll play them out. As the Lions are going to try to push up mid. Basad is here. YTK wins the duel. An early 4v5 advantage for the Lions. Link's got a battle on C-Long. YTK being aggressive with the jet. Now we've got Snow. Link goes down. It's a 4v4. Got Snow flashing, trying to get out. Stan the Carman doing some paranoia. Rose going down. YTK also going down. Phoenix ult pop. Snow getting two. Knifes out. He goes down. Stan the Carman, it's up to you. There's one left. It's Bit Pumpkin versus Stan. Carry versus Carry. Who will win it? Bit Pumpkin's on. And Stan gets the win for the Lions in this first map. We won't update the score just yet until the end of the game. But the Lions have officially won their map. Bit Pumpkin's calling for the go next. And I'm not sure whether or not what we're going to do. But let's see here. I think I'm just gonna leave it on Stan for now. Okay, we're just gonna knife fight a little bit. That's okay. But really, really good from the Lions so far. Jazz. They'll get another one from Hendrix. And now everybody's going to start disconnecting. And let me get us set up. We're about to go to break, but got to get some more things cooking here. So, big congrats to the Lions for winning this battle. And yeah, well, thank you all for tuning in to this scrimmage, and I think we will be right back after this. So don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with map number 2 as soon as possible. Thank you guys for watching.
Seconds left. Seconds left.
I ain't tryna.
I be on my level.
All right, welcome back into the broadcast. My name is Brandy G, and we are back with our scrimmage week versus Hendrix College. Tonight's matchup, the Valorant team versus Hendrix College. Really a lovely start from the Lions in map 1, winning that one 13-7. They played an extra round, so the final score was 13-8. But yeah, we are loving life here as a Lion. My lovely wife is now joined us in the room, finishing her CFE exam. She called me earlier, so I had to answer that. But yeah, and we just missed it. The broadcast talent of Grant Wakefield dropped by, dropping me back off my my backpack, ready to go. Saw the setup here. And if you don't know, we've got our Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Weekly happening every single week here in the facility, 6:45, until that bracket closes. Just beside me in our facility on twitch.tv/Shoals Smash Series. So we're cooking in this UNA Esports facility in downtown Florence, Alabama, in the Connie D. McKinney Center. But enough about what we're doing. Let's focus about what this Valorant team is doing. As we said in the first map, unusual sub, in-game name of Rose, but Sacklace is their actual name. Snow gets a good trade. Gotta watch that Yoru clone. As the Lions have given up A, what they look to retake here. Stan the Carman off the flank. The door is in his way. Gonna knife open the door, but that'll give away his spot to Mayo Soup and the rest of the Hendrix. The facade's right there. Stan saw him. Snow getting another trade. Can't get another, but Rose trades him out. And it's a 2v2 scenario for the Lions. It's Link and Rose versus the world here. Link gets him. And a low 1v1. Vinny on one side, Link on the other. Just one tap. Link gets it. And the Lions go on to win the first of this map, as that defuse had 1.47 seconds on it. Lions with a good start, looking to have the second verse same as the first, as they're up 1-0 in this scrim block. Well, like I was saying earlier, our normal fifth will be Dexter Mason Barnes. Had some personal issues tonight, could not show up, but happy to see Sacklace or Rose fill in regardless. So looking back at last map's stats, we had Stan the Carman dropping a 25 bomb. Snow right behind him with 22. That duo is going to be a force to be reckoned with this NEC season. Sacklace is holding his own here. Stan the Carman sees them all, trying to win that fight and loses both. So it'll be Link versus 4 here. YTK tries out one. Link has to reload. What are we watching? And goes down. So 2v4 for the Lions as YTK goes down, and now it's a 1v4. Snow with that Sheriff. Putting it to work, gets 2. Gotta reload. This is winnable. Tries to flash out. Doesn't know one's above him. And wonderful play from Vinny and the rest of Hendrix as they tie us up 1-1 here in round number 2. In map number 2. But going back to last map stats, we had Stan the Carman topping us off at 25 kills. Snow with 22, YTK with 17, Sacklace with 12, and Link with 7. On the other side, it was the Bit Pumpkin Show with a 30 bomb. Next closest was Mayo Soup at 12, Kodiak at 9, Vinny at 8, and Facade at 7. Snow detecting 4 with that knife. Snow seeming to be such a good player so far for the Lions. An unexpected force, honestly. Having previous stints on the R6 team. Not previous stints, still on the R6 team. Still a substitute for the Rocket League team. And now recently Treasurer. And gets another. That Sheriff can't be stopped. Went to talk to the team in between the matches, and Snow was feeling himself. Sacklace tries to get some shorty action. Stan the Carman's going to go heaven. Along with YTK. Couldn't take advantage of that door. Link slowly coming in from mid, trying to provide a flank to that closed door. I don't think it's going to be very useful. YTK goes down, and it's up to Stan. Can't do it. And now it's all as good as one for Hendrix as they look to take their first lead of the series right here. As Link will just grab the gun and waddle back to spawn. Overall, very well played from Hendrix. Bit Pumpkins got to be thankful that the team is stepping up. Vinny having a good one so far in these first 3 rounds. Gonna need more out of the rest of Hendrix if we're wanting them to force a map 3 here in this scrimmage. Talked about it a little bit pre-game, but let's talk about this support team for the Lions. So we've got coaches Ezra Leachman, or Ezzy. We've got Cam Pitbull, or Cam Houtman. That's your head coach and your assistant coach. Stan the Carman takes down one. Paranoia onto Vinny. Knows he's there. Gets him on the TP. Bomb down. So the Lions have a 3v5 advantage. And then we've got the coaching sister duo of Victoria Hamilton and Lorelei Hamilton, also known as Vicky Ham and Icy Rain, helping out with this team. We've got a full support staff. And last but not least, we've got Jared J-Rod. Jared J-Rod Rhines finishing out this support staff. And we've got just as many players as we do kills that round. And as we do, just as many coaches as we got kills that round. 5 of them. But they do such a wonderful job, and we really, really appreciate their efforts for the program. Ezra and Vicky were both players here during that time. Vicky played last year in the playoff for NECC. Also a part of that championship winning roster as a substitute. So YTK and Stan were also a part of that roster. That was just a fantastic roster. Indeed. Won that championship. It was such a fun game to cast. Such a fun watch party to be a part of in the facility. Link under some paranoia. Drone gets popped. As Sacklace goes down, Link also goes down. It's a 3v5. Oh, Snow caught with the pants down, but still gets the kill with the bomb. And Stan gets traded out, but it's a 2v3, and it's certainly a winnable position for the Lions. As Hendrix goes back, picks up the bomb, but that allows YTK to maneuver his way in. But the ult popped from Jet and has made this turn into a very unwinnable position for the Lions. And Hendrix honestly showing quite a fight compared to last map. Really good on them so far. Snow is just going to try to survive here. Run with the life. Trying to get some last minute frags. Bit Pumpkin, unfortunately, putting him down back in the dirt. As Hendrix takes the lead here yet again in map 2. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening here. in the Twitch chat. Again, thank you all for tuning in. And as we have a timeout active, just want to take a second to thank all of our current sponsors this year. We've got For the Win Game Store, located locally in Florence. We've got CIS Home Loans. We've got the Department of Kinesiology here on the University of North Alabama. Also a new one this year. We have got, I do remember the name, but I just want to be sure. We've got Mythic Counseling and Psychotherapy. So that's one of our new sponsors this year. So thank you to all of them. And as well, we've got RE Garrison. Forgot them last time. Super sorry, guys. Love those guys down there. And finally, we have Otter Pools, as they are a new sponsor for us this year, as well as Mythic. And we'll hear more about Otter's Pool later at our post-game interview presented by Otter's Pools, our Tom's Talk. Get more into that later. But enough about post-game. Let's get back into the game. Ezra's got the boys ready to go. See if that patented UNA Ezra timeout buff. See where it goes. Snow's gonna knife out. Tech's only 2. Him and that sheriff. I don't know what to do. Assad gets 1, Mayo Soup gets another, and it looks like the UNA Lions have got to stop playing with an ego. Got to buy some better weaponry than that. As we're on pistols. But I'm sorry, our economy's in the garbage, so we were saving anyways. That's on me. This looks to be a save for the Lions. Not much they're going to be able to do there. Rose got 1. They could be actually going for this. Instead, they get sat back down. And a 4-2 lead for Hendrix as we head into round number 7. Man, Bit Pumpkin likes what he's seeing so far. Or they're seeing. I'm not sure. Bit Pumpkin likes what they're seeing so far from the rest of the squadron over at Hendrix. As you know, last map I told you it was the Bit Pumpkin show. They had 30. The rest, the next highest on our team was 12. So, really happy to see the whole team really putting their weight on, helping them out. It's Michael. Gonna get rushed here at A. Snow, what can you do? Saving again. That's the sheriff. As the UNA economy is still in the bin. Rose ulting. Let's see what YTK and Snow can get up to. Stand the car man goes down. Snow will go down as well. Bit Pumpkin firing through the smoke for a 3K. Can he have an ace 2 games in a row? Let's see. There's 4. Uh-oh, he's screaming for the ace. He's screaming for it, but Mayo Soup steals the opportunity from a 2 ace. Opportunity from Bit Pumpkin. Hey, thank you, chat. I'm really ready for the Rainbow Six season to start, so I can start casting you guys too. Real excited. UNA economy still in the gutter so far, so we're gonna keep saving. Unfortunately, their anti-eco is not great, or their eco is great, but they're just guessed wrong. As Hendrix now has a free and open B bomb site. Hey, nice to hear. Hopefully that means good success for y'all. Stan getting one. Knows there's one in the corner. Gets another. Stan. But Facade mows down 3. Facade to pop this corner. Destroys the lockdown. And Snow gets one. But this is a very unwinnable position from Snow. Hendrix taking a 6-2 lead here. Going in around 9. Yeah, hey, that's the hope. That's the hope. But we've still got a couple rounds before we switch half. Comeback season for sure. That Ezra Leachman timeout hasn't done us so well so far, but here's our first bye in, I think, 4 rounds. I think we've been doing kind of a bad job managing our economy. But alas, as Hendrix taking space mid. Link, it's up to you. You got to be patient. He is, and he can't get either. Rose trades out 1. Good trigger discipline, just got to hit that shot. As the Yoru clone goes down, Bit Pumpkin. Getting 2. YTK trading him out. YTK versus 2. Now I've seen YTK win these. As Vinny goes back to join Mayo Soup in the back site. He doesn't know it yet. Oh, YTK got baited. But knows one's on the back of the site. Can he do it? He does. He gets 1. He gets another! Gotta get on the ball now! He's too late! No! He's just too late. YTK can't get it done. What a... just needed to be a second, literally a second earlier, and YTK clutches that out. Good stall tactics there from Hendrix, but very promising for the Lions there. Man, that's heartbreaking. 1.64 left on that defuse. Economy is still okay. Force buying here for the Lions. See if it pays off. Hendrix. Let me go for this A. A side. They seem to be going back and forth. Pumpkin takes down Snow. And YTK. Stanley Carman gets traded out. And it's a 2-man swing for Hendrix. They don't know the Jets behind them. They don't know Jets behind them. But still wins it, Rose. Sack Lace, getting it done. Let's see what Link's up to, breaking the door. Can't win that one, and unfortunately, Rose gets ulted. And that'll be round number 8. What a good half from Hendrix. Honestly, a wake-up call from last map. We may be going to 3. We'll just see, ladies and gentlemen. But if you're just tuning in, be sure to tune in to the rest of our Scrimmage week. Tomorrow we've got Super Smash Brothers and Marvel Rivals. Wednesday, we've got Rocket League. And Friday, we've got Overwatch 2. And if you're interested in sports in general, go to twitch.tv/North Alabama Athletics for the Lions booth cam this weekend that I am responsible for. So It's a fun time. You'll have the J squad. You got Jordan and Jacob. Lions in a 3v4 opportunity here. As Rose has got to get a kill, can't. Stan gets one. Can he get another? No, he can't. And it's YTK versus 3. He was just in the situation just a moment ago. Can he do it again? Doesn't have ult up. That's going to hurt him. Won't get it done. 9-2 so far. Chat, I think you may be onto something, chat. Chat Totic. As very poor buy coming up for the Lions. Let's see if they can convert just one. It is turning into the Bit Pumpkin and Facade show. But seems like a completely different team from both sides. If you turn the nameplates off. YTK getting one. Snow. Whiffing. What is this? G2 Nico. Whiffing again. Finally, along with Stan the Carman, gets one. Link's coming around. Stands underneath. Finishes him off with a 3-piece, and just like you said, chat. 9-3 going into half. Looks winnable for the Lions as they go into the attack side of things. Now, I usually didn't think that this map was, very, very attack-sided, but I could be wrong. Could be the comps are running. I'm not that knowledgeable about Valorant right now. I'm not that knowledgeable about Valorant. I'm kind of off my game. It's been 4 months since I've had to cast for you guys, so got to get back into the research. I'm just so used to seeing G2 Esports win everything for VCT Americas and then choking in internationals. But that's irrelevant. The Lions are looking to claw their way back in the second half. Let's see what Stan the Carman and company can do. Gotta win this pistol. YTK. Trying to get some room. Gotta win this duel. He does. That's the old YTK we know and love. Facade in the smoke. Takes him down. And it's a 3v5 swing for the Lions, as they'll take just about every bit of this A bomb site. They don't know the lurk's coming, but I think Stan's ready for it. We Stan and Sack Lace. Gonna be ready for it. Maybe. As turns the corner, takes down Stan. But they're not ready for Rose. Rose gets traded back. And Snow will finish it off. What a good post plant from the Lions. And boy, oh boy, do we have life here in Florence, Alabama, in the Connie D. McKinney Center, in the UNA Esports facility. I love saying that. I've got to order our new jerseys tonight. That's what I've got to do. After this, I've got to go home and order those jerseys. I can't wait for you all to see them with their sponsor logos, and I can't wait to have the whole squad rolling up in the baseball jerseys because they look so clean. So we're going to try this A approach. Snow with that Sheriff. Going to get one. Going to back away, and Stan gets the other. A good 3v5 trade again for the Lions as they take the advantage for the second round in a row. And Rose gets another, and now it's 2v5. As the Lions hold control of mid, Rose goes down. Link gets the trade out. W Observer, as I missed both those kills. But now, it's Mayo versus 4. And YTK is going to run him down, and it's a team ace for the Lions. 5-9. Things are getting interesting in the second half of Valorant. I don't think the Lions want to go 3. Sure did. Mayo wanted that knife kill. That's what it's like in Scrimmage. And I'm really thankful again to Hendrix for letting us stream this. I think they're also streaming on their Twitch. Really happy to see that. But not many teams get to stream their scrims as Rose takes one down. Stan the Carman loses to Mayo Soup. In the mid, Bit Pumpkin gets one. YTK gets another. Trades out. But Kodiak gonna take him down, and now it's Lincoln Rose. This combo we've seen before. What can they do? Kodiak turning up. And Sack Lace or Rose will be happy with that trade. That's 51 seconds on the clock. And the Lions honestly aren't sure what to do. And Hendrix thinks to have the read going A, but the Lions are going to go B, I think. That's what it's looking like. Sova's going to set up A. The Lions have to catch this Omen out. And they do, I think.
30 seconds left.
This is an open bomb site. The Lions really need a post-plant plan here. Facade's in market. They don't know it yet. Now they do. Gotta have your eyes everywhere. And Hendrix with a great play from the Omen and the Sova working together really well. Unfortunately, Link and Rose couldn't get it done. And now they take a 5-10 lead. The Lions are going to have to try to push this thing to the distance. Poor economy from them right now. They really needed that win. Economy is not too great for Hendrix either. So they're going to try to slowly rush up. Link's there. Link gets killed. But Rose trades him out. And that's a 1v1, and I think UNA likes that trade. As Bit Pumpkin is already down, the highest frag. And they see Kodiak. YTK capitalizes, and really good utility there from Sack Lace. Snow's holding down that mid. Him and that Sheriff, best friends so far today. Had to know that was the Ori flash. Had to know it. Gonna flash of his own. Sees the Omen. Facade. Not ready for it, but still gets the kill. It's now Stan the Carman's gonna get that plant down. Snow goes down. Stan the Carman does not finish the plant. As him and YTK are in hell. Hendrix comes out heaven. And Stan doesn't know where he's going to teleport. Teleports right beside Generator. Misses that kill. And it's Rose and YTK versus the world. Tommy drops down. And Rose misses a couple shots. Rose has got to play time here. Be clutch. It's not planted for Rose. It's not planted for you. You've got to get over there defending. Got to play for time. It's halfway. Sticking. And Dami will end up clutching that situation out. What a good play from Hendrix. Didn't know what was going to happen there. Unfortunately, that bomb was not planted for Rose. And now the Lions are almost forced to go to this map 3. I heard a once great, but still great, Valorant caster say that 11's the number. Once you get to the 11, it's really, really difficult to come back. That's the magic ticket. Said that in our main stage tournament. His name was Dallas Mick Freeman. Love that guy. Facade missing the off shot. Colton wanted that ult. Fade ult's going in. Gonna TP on the site. Stand the car, man. What can you do? Fell for the Omen flash. Not the flash, but the clone. YTK gets traded out. Vinny gets taken down by Link. Snow gets another. Hold on, the Lions have life. Here late in round 17. Facade takes out Snow. Rose, what do you have? They're both there. Gets one. Gets the other! Sack Lace! Keeps the Lions alive. Late here in map number 2. Hello, Satetsu. How's it going? I can't wait to see you guys play in Rainbow Six Siege, but more importantly, in this scrimmage versus Hendrix next week. How are you doing? Economy in the trash for Hendrix. Should be a decent win for the Lions if they play their anti-eco correctly. So far, not great. As Rose goes down, Link has to get one. Gets lit up, Stan the Carman. Bails Link out. It's not an impossible task here. They've got to be careful from behind. They don't know. Now they do. They heard it. Stan the Carman with the op, getting another. Stan the Carman with 3. Why am I on anybody but him? One in the smoke. He doesn't see it. Snow trades him out. It's a 2v1. Vinny versus 2. Vinny has won this scenario before. And Link was trying for the knife. And Snow gets it. Really unfortunate there that the Lions lost all those guns, but a win is a win. I don't know what Link was doing. I guess trying to bait for kills. Who knows? But I wish he would have had the gun out. That's all I'm saying. Regardless, 7-11 here. Lions economy thriving. They win this round and put... Honestly, they'll put Hendrix back in the gutter. That's what we need. Need these to keep on winning. Need to keep the love alive. Sack Lace. Waiting for their time. Gonna peek around. Sees him. And YTK trades him out. Good trade from the Lions. 4v4. 7-11 your score. Lions trying to force, or not force a map 3. Hendrix is trying to win 3, trying to win 2 rounds to force map 3. Stumbling over myself. Sam the Carman isn't too happy about their recent successes. Gonna back out of the smoke. Let the drone clear. Gonna step back into the smoke. Gonna try to paranoia. Smoking out heaven. Flashing out. Gonna take the door down. YTK gets one with the grenade. And the Lions have taken the site for their own. 3v4. Gonna fake plant to draw some out. Now we're gonna actually plant. Mayo soup. Up top, YTK with 3. YTK, can you give me 4? One more for the ace. He sees him. And he's going for it. Paint shells deployed. Nothing yet for YTK. Really important here for the Lions to win. Versus Vinny. Vinny has no idea where they are. Smoke's about to clear. Gets traded for the ace. YTK, the ace master for the Lions last year. Good stuff, Michael. And the Lions bring it back within 3. Colton was playing the trade there. Really good stuff. That economy in the gutter again. they'll be half buying. Or not half buying anymore. Mayo Soup decides to get rid of the rifle. Lions have gotten their confidence back from map 1. Let's see if they can continue to press the advantage here. See if Big Brain Colton can get it done. As he stepped into the IGL for the first time in his career. Rose getting attacked, couldn't get over there to it. I am lost. I lost my place, sorry. Lions have got to take advantage of this weapon advantage. Or this would be killer for them. In hopes of winning this game. Link goes down. It's a 3v5. Stand the Carman gets one back. Turns into 3v4. Snow's looking for one. There's just two up there. Flashes himself. Stand the Carman evens up the ball game. 3v3. And the B site is wide open. But wait. Let me get over there. Facade takes down Stan. YTK doesn't get outplayed. I can't figure out my keybinds. 2v2. The Lions have got to get it here. One's in the back of the site. Bit Pumpkin, the star of Hendrix, is low. Snow hears him. YTK in the back of the site. Gonna have the paint shells out. And Snow trades him out. Good trades there from the Lions. Good swings. Good attack. And we're back within 2. Your score is 9-11. We've brought it back all the way from 9-3. Chat was talking about it to us earlier. Saying that maybe it's in our favor. The Lions have fought diligently to get us back to within 2. Let's see if they can keep pressing that advantage. Again, this is a very important round to win. They got a couple ults ready. But so does Hendrix. Really important to not go behind early. As Stan the Carman, the star of the show, gets picked off. Facade gets another. And so far, so bad for the Lions right now. 3v5. Not unwinnable for the Lions, but not great either. All huddled up outside A. And that'll pretty much trap it in. YTK is trying to get back. They don't know the flank's coming. Oh, Snow does. Snow's ready. Need to win it here. So he does. Evens us up to a 3v3. Said it's not unwinnable, but it's definitely doable. Not gonna spot anybody. Facade's got to be ready for this. As Facade and the rest of Hendrix are getting baited.
30 seconds left.
Got to be really careful here, Rose. Gonna take this trade with Bit Pumpkin. And loses. Now it's a 2v3. Now Bit Pumpkin and the rest of Hendrix know that the Lions are all over B. Do they check for Snow? They don't. But Snow ends up going down. And it's a 1v3. YTK, you've done it before. He gets 2! He gets 3! He gets 4! YTK! Clutches it up for the Lions! Again and again and again! A heartbreaker for Hendrix. As their economy goes back in the trash, they've got a half buy. The Lions are on such a momentum pace. YTK comes up clutch yet again. He could not finish the clutch earlier, but this time he said, Hendrix, it's mine. Thank you. My voice is getting kind of raspy. Ooh. Very, very risky here. As snow goes down. They don't know the flank's coming. Stan the Carman gets 2. What happened on A? YTK sees Kodiak. Gonna trade him out. And the Lions have all but tied us up here. As Vinny with an inferior weapon. No, he's in heaven now. Got to. Here's him. Here's him. That's the clone. Spike planted. And as long as there's no flubs from the Lions, we are tied. YTK gets another. He's come alive here in the second half as he has 27. This is the YTK of that championship winning season. He's back. He's back in form. YTK and SPH were the heroes, the duelist heroes of that championship winning season. And man, oh man, he's back for a vengeance. I'm going to ask in chat. Never mind, I'm not going to ask in chat. Hacker Killjoy going down. Link's in the corner. They don't know he's here. Now he does. The lockdown will go down. Rose gets a good pick. The Lions ahead early. Now the A-bomb side's clear. Bit Pumpkin unfortunately getting Link, and it's a 3v4. Thought the advantage was going to be for the Lions. The quick trades from Bit Pumpkin and the rest of Hendrix left us at a disadvantage. YTK, Rose, and Stan. Who else would you expect here for the Lions? Got to play solid Valorant right here. Rose gets 1, evens us up. Stan and YTK working together. 2v3. Stan full health, the other 2 not as fortunate. Facade goes down. 1v3. YTK puts him down, and the Lions are on match point. The 9-3 curse. Will it strike again? YTK 1 kill away from the 30 bomb. Bit Pumpkin 1 kill away from the 30 bomb. Who is gonna force game 5? I'm sorry, this is not game 5. Who's gonna force overtime? I'm in Rocket League head. I'm in League of Legends mindset. The ears are ringing. But we've got a game to win. This B bomb site, pretty open. Kodiak almost goes down. We got to break the deadlock trap. Oh, Michael's going in with the rocket fuse. And it's going to be a wasted ult because no one's on the site. So he's going to have to fire into spawn. Unfortunately, gets no damage. But it was a good zoning ult as the Lions take a 4v5 advantage. Bit Pumpkin peeking around. YTK trades out 1. Mayo Soup gets another. 3v3. They don't know YTK's here. YTK gets traded out. It's Snow and Stan. Bit Pumpkin's doing what he can. Stan the Carman trades out Bit Pumpkin. It's Snow v2. What will you do, Snow? Can't do it. And we go to overtime. What a banger map, too. Really good stuff here from Hendrix so far. As the Lions go back to the defensive side. Now, if you remember from the first half, we were down 9-3. Certainly not a strong point for the Lions. But that doesn't mean that they can't win. 30 for YTK, 31 for Bit Pumpkin. Let's see, Hendrix is planning to attack this B bomb site. We've got Rose and Link. This duo we've seen time and time again. Hello, I'm reading chat. What's up? Welcome into the UNA Esports broadcast. We're in overtime here in Map 2. Hendrix College versus UNA Esports in our inaugural scrimmage week. Vinny hopping on site, trades out Link. Rose has got to play the life. Can't. In a 3v5 situation for Hendrix. Not an uncommon spot to be in for them. The opponent's around this corner. Can't get it done. YTK can't get it done either. And that'll all but do it. Oh! Stan the Carman getting 2. Out of nowhere, gets 3. Surely not. I've seen impossible things happen before. Surely this is not one of them. Almost impossible right now. Sees the gun. Can't do it. Stan almost bringing it back, but Hendrix takes the first advantage here in halftime. Or not halftime, in overtime. As we'll switch sides again. Bit Pumpkin going off. And we'll see an Ezra Leachman Ezzy timeout. Love you too, by the way. It's 9:41. It's past my bedtime. I should be home. I got homework to do. I've got an amazing wife who is with me in the booth here, who's not going to say anything. But she brought me some food for after this game. So let's go, UNA. I need you to take it here. Because then I've got to hop in After Effects and I've got to start getting stuff ready for tomorrow. So would be very nice if UNA could somehow close it out here. Got to get that Ezzy timeout buff. And the rest of the support staff, honestly. Big kudos to them. I said it earlier. You got the coaching sisters of Icy Rain and Vicky Ham. Vicky Ham, a former Valorant champion. She was a sub. And then she played last semester. You got Cam Houtman or Cam Pitbull helping us out. You got head coach Ezra Leachman or Ezzy. And you've got another assistant coach for Jared Rhines or J-Rod. So a lovely supporting staff for the Lions. Let's see if that talk was enough to get it done. At least force double overtime here. Mayo Soup in mid. YTK had to see him there. King's coming out. Paint shell's going in. And the paint shell gets it done. Rose gets another. Uh-oh, 3v5 now for the Lions. Vinny getting the trade onto Michael. They don't know where they're pushing into 2. Vinny's going to try. On this mid. Snow trades one out. Removing the net. Got to beat Vinny to this point. They don't. Link's on A for some reason. Clearing it out. And they're actually going to go A. Here, I think, in a second. Going to try to at least. Now the Lions will sprint to A. Trying to get more of an advantage point. Got to set up this post plant. Not for some reason. Link was doing his job. How dare I doubt the GOAT Link. All right. Snow looking for trades. Doesn't get it. Link, gotta have this. Doesn't get it. It's 2v3. 2v2, I'm sorry. Stan the Carman, we need you right here. Stan and Rose. Stan gets one. They're on the defuse. And gets another! Stan forces double OT! The Lions have life again here in map number 2. Who else but the UNA Esports GOAT? I'm ignoring that. Satetsu. Going into round 27 here. Gotta have it. Sorry. Again, Rose being aggressive. Bit Pumpkin wasn't expecting it. Uh-oh. Is this what the Lions need? Gotta play your advantage here. Gotta be smart. Playing their advantage to the correct. Uh-oh, they hear him. Sand. Sand's in the smoke. They don't know it. Get some damage, but gets taken out through the smoke. That's a real big loss for the Lions. As I think Hendrix is gonna try to go back into mid. Uh-oh, YTK hears it. Gonna get one. Gonna get two. YTK can't get three, but it's a 3v2. Lions need to play their life and advantage here. There's one. Snow gets taken down by Vinny. Oh, we've seen this before. Rose and Link versus Vinny. It's happened. It's happened once. It's happened twice. Link and Rose have got to play it here. Got to play their life and their advantages. They hear it. Sees him. Can't do it. It's Link. Uh-oh. It's Link alone. That ult was popped, and I think that'll be it. Here's him above. Can you do it, Link? We need you right here. And he gets it done! Link comes up clutch when the Lions needed it most! I thought for sure that ultimate was going to give him the advantage. Link the GOAT clutching up when we need it. I bet he popped off from across the way. Big time players make big time plays. The Lions are within one of bringing it back. What a map so far. We'll get to a post-game Link interview later. I have an idea of who I want post-game. But before we get a post-game interview, we've got to win this one. Stan the Carman getting one. Vinny, unfortunately, getting two, as Stan had to reload. Not looking so hot for the Lions so far. A 3v4, not unwinnable, but surely we don't go to a triple overtime here. Lions need to close this out. Mayo Soup's there. Snow knows it now. Gonna waste all the utility possible. Try to get onto this B site. Gonna get plant. Now see what Link can do. You heard him. You heard him. Well, they don't know. Link survives. Link's just gonna sit there. And that's fine by the Lions. Link's gonna have to do a lot here. Can't do it. And now it's Snow before it. Can't do it either. And we go to yet another overtime. They just don't want to win. Neither team. Guys, I gotta go to bed. Come on. Take your advantages and win this thing. Yes, I am being a little bit of a homer on the broadcast. I apologize. But I want these Lions to succeed. We're on round 29. Honestly, a heartbreaker to whoever loses this. Pit Pumpkin is approaching Rose. Stan the Carman gets him. Gets him. Really big pick there for the Lions, but they've given up mid-control. Link hears it and Link knows it. Rose gets Kodiak. Stan gets Facade. Here we go. The Lions have activated yet again. Stan gets 3. It's just Vinny. Vinny takes out 1. Vinny's dangerous. Takes out 2. Surely not. We need an absolute hero play from Vinny. Snow has their sights set on it, but they don't know Vinny is out of there as Yoru. Vinny's clearing spawn. Being very patient. As the Yoru's looking to outplay the entire Lion squad. Bomb is going down. Now the Lions must know. Alright, here they go. Doors closing. Oh, but I don't think they're expecting it. Door's broken. Door's trying to flash. They know where you are now. 3v1. Let's go, Lions. Now you have to know. Gotta get it. YTK gets it. Link 6 to defuse. The Lions take another advantage in triple overtime. Excellent execute there on the retake in the 3v1 scenario. You have 2 people looking at different angles at where Vinny was going to be. You got 1 sticking. Wonderful teamwork there. Now all the Lions have to do is capitalize on their best side of the map. The attack portion. Stan the Carman. Dig deep. Dig deep right here. We need your genius. We need those IGL skills. Let's see it. It's going to be a B execute. Michael, what can you do? You know someone's in this corner. Snow gets 1. They're still in the corner. Kodiak's. Bomb Buddy gets it. And a 3v4 advantage. You've got to take it. Get out of dodge. But oh no, the spike's down in the corner. The Lions have got to get to it. Bit Pumpkins holding that cross. But the Lions have got the spike. But look who else is in. Clearing some space as always, Link. Giving the Lions some advantage into this A site. It's a 3v4 on this A site. Link, we need you right here. Gotta get this kill on Thom. Can't do it. Trying to hop up window. It's a 3v3. Bit Pumpkin still alive. Gets Snow. YTK hiding in hell. As it's YTK versus 3. Surely we don't go to a quadruple overtime. We do. Neither team wanting to lose, but neither team having enough to push past the other to win. We're on quadruple overtime. It's just absolute cinema for the first ever broadcast. And now I sure don't want map 3. I think regardless, we're getting a winner here. Quadruple overtime, round 31, absolute cinema. Here we go. That's what I'm saying. I got homework. I want him to close it out too. So that's him. You tell Isaac to lock in. Stan the Carman in this corner. Gets 1. Gets 2. Stan showing up when it matters most. Getting 3. YTK gets him. And it's a flawless for the Lions. They locked in. And they're ready to go to match point. Ready to get this round 17 victory. Because surely we don't go to Penta overtime. The Smash team has already gotten out of here. Their broadcast is over. Quit holding me hostage, UNA Lions. and take this victory. $37 for Bit Pumpkin, 36 for YTK, 33 for Stan the Carman. The stars are out today. YTK versus Bit Pumpkin. You see him. Oh, what a good paint shell. Bang, bang. Dash into the paint shell. 4v5. Lions, you can do it. Mayo Soup in heaven. Gonna hold off on to because of the drone. The Lions with the bomb planted. The spike planted, I'm sorry. Wrong game. Watching too much CS. Link goes down. 4v4. Mayo gets 2. Snow goes down. YTK, we need you here. Gets 1. And it's YTK versus 3. Gets another. And pulls out. Pulls out the ult and gets shut down. We go to Penta overtime. 16-16. Round 33. Here we go. Gotta dig deep here. Let's see what YTK, Stanley Carman, and the rest of the UNA Esports squad have in store. They're approaching Isaac. Gotta make it happen, Isaac. Gets 1. Puts down Bit Pumpkin! Mayo Soup gets traded. A 4v2. Isaac locked in. Just like he wanted him to, Satetsu. And Snow trading out. It's a 4v1. And Snow getting another kill. The Lions again take a 17-16 advantage. They again take the advantage here in overtime. Hendrix, do you have it in you to force sextuple overtime? Or are we going home? I want to know. Come on. This is absolute cinema. YTK, 1 kill off of the 40 bomb. And the Lions are going to go A. I think they haven't won A in a couple rounds. They win A, I think, last round. I'm lying to you. YTK versus Bit Pumpkin. It's the cinema we want to see. Bit Pumpkin gets out of there. The A execute from the Lions has to be good. Closing the door, planting the bomb, the spike. Bit Pumpkin still in heaven. Door's broken. Stan getting on a weird angle. Bit Pumpkin doesn't know it. Stan wins the gunfight. Bit Pumpkin down. YTK down though. As Stan the Carman's in hell. Rose wanting some more action. Link goes down to 3v4. Snow gets him out. Trades him. It's a 3v3. Bomb ticking down. Gotta play time. They got off the bomb. Facade's on it. Gets pulled off. YTK! Send the Carman! Rose! And the Lions take the game! 2-0! Roar! Lions! My voice is shut! My spirit lives on! And down goes Hendrix. This was just supposed to be a scrimmage. But man, oh man, it was absolute cinema. Roar Lions to that. What a game. What a series. And let me update the scoreboard. Bang, bang. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, or this may be good news, but our broadcast is going to continue. We will be right back with our post-game Tom's Talk, brought to you by Otter Pools. So I'll see you guys after this break. All right, welcome back into the broadcast. My name is Randy G, and here with me we have tonight's player of the game, YTK. Now, how did that just feel?
That was tiring, to say the least. 18-16, that's probably one of the longest games. It was over an hour.
Yeah,
It's probably one of the longest games of Valorant I've ever played.
So,
Man.
how did it feel in overtime, that first overtime, when you felt like, man, we just clawed our way all the way back, and then we let them get into overtime?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
we had like this big streak of wins. It was like 9 in a row or something. Then they won the last one to bring it to OT. I wouldn't say like we still knew we could win. It's just like, damn, we had to play in overtime. Like we weren't really feeling it. But it wasn't like, oh, we might lose, oh, we might win. It was just like it went to overtime.
So, I know your heart's still beating out of your chest. Us in the broadcast, we were loving it. I was begging us to finally finish it off because I got some homework to do tonight. I'm sure some of you do too. But let's talk about map 1.
Mm-hmm.
So how did it come out? How did it feel to come out and just like kind of give him a punch in the face?
That was great. I think we did like a little rank check, and it just gave us a lot of confidence because most of us were higher ranked. And like, yeah, we just slammed, especially first half. I think it was like 10-2 or something.
Yeah, it was 10-2. Yeah, or 9-3, something like that. It was something.
Yeah,
big,
it was really good. They clawed back a little second half, but we still won like 13-7, which was nice.
So I think, let me look. You were 1 kill off from a 40 bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, going in that
I
final
was looking
round.
at it.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted 40. I don't think I've ever gotten 40 in like a scrimmer comp. Only like, or scrimmer match. I've only gotten it in comp. So I kind of wanted to do that, but it's fine.
So again, big thank you to all of Hendrix for allowing us to stream the scrim, allowing us to set up the scrim. So how do you think this is going to prepare you for the NEC season?
I'd say the practices are going pretty well. It's obviously a lot of new people, so we're just trying to like get games in and just build up chemistry in general.
So how does it feel to be one of the leaders, one of like the veterans? You got a ring, right? How does it feel to be one of those people, considering the first time you were on the squad, you were kind of a newbie?
It's definitely a weird feeling, especially since I like barely talk, and now I'm supposed to like mid-round and stuff because I am like I've been around a while and I know what I'm doing. So I'm still getting used to it because I'm just a quiet person, but I do like it.
So I referenced this on the broadcast. I feel like we saw a little bit of the 2023 Michael tonight. you kind of were everywhere, almost dropping a 40 bomb. Did really well in that first map too. So
Yeah, I wish I could do that all the time, but every once in a while I hit like an ace or a 4K, and I'm just like, oh, my shots are landing. I just play differently.
like last
after
year,
that.
I think you got like what 3 or 4 pistol aces or something like that. It was crazy. Yeah. But okay, so what's the prep looking like going into next week? I think preseason starts next week. So how you feel?
I feel good. I think we have like placement matches or something to see like which division we get in, so hopefully those go well.
So what's the team's prep looking like? I know this was like one of the first scrims. I know guys had a scrim a couple days ago. So any other things happening before we see you guys next week?
I think we're still haven't played every map yet. I know we want to insta-ban Corrode, but other than that, we still gotta like figure out strong and weak maps since we don't know for sure yet.
Gotcha. Well, anything else you want to say to all your glorious fans out there?
I hope you enjoyed some of those clutches because they were pretty cool.
Well, this has been our player of the game here on Tom's Talk, presented by Otter Pools, and thank you so much, YTK. And have a good night. We're gonna stay on stream for a little bit longer as YTK will make his exit. So, bye. So thank you so much, yes sir. And now we're gonna talk about the game, talking about a look ahead to next week and whatnot. So hold on. This is the solo man. This is the solo Brandy G production tonight. Yeah. Let's go here. Let's go boom. And we're gonna go boom. All right. So a recap of tonight's 2-0 versus Hendrix College. Had to get some stats for you. So YTK and Sam the Carman both ranking 30. Snow getting 28 in that last game. Isaac or Rose or Sack Lace getting 22. Link only getting 6, but hey, those 6 kills were clutch. That clutch. I'm sorry, my voice is gone. But that clutch looking really well. Sheesh. Yeah. So that was map 2. What a banger. But I talked about Michael with map 1. We had a Snow and Sam the Carman, both getting above 20 kills. We pretty much saw the same comps on both. The only person that was really different was YTK. He went from his signature jet to his signature raise. But both comps seem to be really good for the Lions. And yeah. I just want to give a big shout out to Bit Pumpkin. You were insane. Mayo Soup, you're not too bad yourself. You guys got some shooters over there, Hendrix, and I want to say best of luck to you and the rest of your season. Right? And so lastly, let's look ahead. So the rest of this week entails tomorrow we've got Smash and we've got Marvel Rivals right here in the facility. Whew, I'm out of breath. I'm sorry, my voice sucks. But got Marvel Rivals going to be on this channel, UNA Esports. Still trying to figure out where we're going to put the Super Smash Brothers stream, but there'll be a crew battle tomorrow along with Rivals. And then on Wednesday we'll have Rocket League, and then on Friday we'll have Overwatch 2. And then next week we're going to start our preseason. So hope to see you all in the streams this week, next week. If you're interested in sports, the UNA Athletics has a new Twitch page, North Alabama Athletics. You can go check out their booth cam or roarlions.com/watch if you want to listen to all their radio broadcasts, because I'm in charge of that. But the next time you'll see me is tomorrow night in either the Smash or the Marvel Rivals or both. So we'd like to thank all of you so much for watching. Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. And Roar Lions.